All right, Herman, I was talking with Rusty in there, and I think one of the things he really was intrigued by you as far as taking that defensive coordinator position was how you coach the game and how you relate to the kids. Where did that come from when you kind of look internally at yourself?
Kind of how I learned it and developed it at UT. Of course, I played for 3 different coaches, so everybody had their own style. So kind of pull styles from every different coach. And the way I learn is I'm a visual learner, so I got to see it first. So I try to explain it to those kids that way. I try to give them a couple different scenarios to understand it better. So I learned one defense, then the other ones came easy to me because they're all the same. It's just different terminology. So you can relate this to this or this to this. It all makes sense to you. So I try to explain it to them that way so they can pick it up and play faster.
You know, I knew I was coming over here to possibly talk to you, so I kind of looked back last night, and now you played under 4 different defensive coordinators over at Tennessee: Kiffin, Wilcox, Chavis, and Sinceri. Do you gravitate towards one of their 4 coaching styles? Do you say things that maybe you heard under them? You're like, oh man, that sounds just like Coach so and so.
I find myself saying stuff that all of them say, and it's weird, but it's
maybe not.
It makes sense to me, but I'll try to explain it that way. That way.
What did that college experience do for you as a player? Was it difficult being under 4 different defensive coordinators?
To an extent, as a kid, there was no consistency. But the thing that it did for me is it broadened my knowledge of football. It gave me an understanding of this kind of defense, a 4-3, and it gave me an understanding of this kind of defense, a 3-4. And just relating the two and just being able to pick up on different tendencies that both defenses have their positive and negative. So it gave me a chance to just broaden my knowledge for football and just made me a student of the game. So,
based on the personnel that you have this spring and going into the summer, what style of defense will you guys lean towards?
We're leaning more towards a 4-3. It gives us a chance to do multiple things in our back end, our back 7. So we're trying to put our big 4 guys just in a spot to just turn it loose and be aggressive. So a lot of things. I really love a 3-4. I'm a 3-4 linebacker, so I love that, but I don't have the kids to play that. You got to have 3 big studs in front. And we just don't have that. We just don't have the depth to do that. So we put our guys in the 4-3, and hopefully they'll make some plays out of that.
Your coaching background, once your playing days were done, what made you get into coaching, or how did you get into coaching?
I tried to get away from it.
Really?
I tried hard. I did everything. I did everything from landscaping to irrigation to installing countertops to delivering appliances, and just none of it was me. So I just slowly got back into coaching and just found my niche and just found something that I love to do. I love football. I'm a student of the game. I was always a student of the game, so I love it. I love to teach it, and found out just this is where I needed to be. So.
What season did you start back into coaching? Do you remember?
I started back in. I coached Little League out there at Johnny Long's, Little Flag. Got into it that way, and I started here with Randy McCamey in his last year, I want to say.
So you just kind of held over. When Rusty gave you the thumbs up as defensive coordinator, what went through your mind as far as, okay, I'm taking the next step in my career. What do I need to do to get better?
Russ is more of an offensive guy,
right.
So he leans heavily on his offense as opposed to his defense. So my big thing was to take this role, you have to give me the chance to install what I want to install. Give me the chance to run multiple things so we're just not one-dimensional. So he gave me that chance, and all spring we've been working to install stuff and put our kids in a great situation to be successful. So.